Hi everybody, this is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. Yes, everybody, I am an emotional wreck today. Oh gosh, I want you all to know that it's okay. Everything is okay, and everything will be okay. It may not seem like you're ever going to be completed with this, or at least it may seem as if you're never going to get a break, but you will, and sometimes it's going to be so trying, more so than others, and you're just going to hit this wall of exhaustion. That is where I am again. I had a huge breakthrough the day before the eclipse, the new moon eclipse, and I felt rejuvenated, and I felt this peace again. I felt, yes, I have hit this next level here, or now I can have a break. Well, the break didn't come very long. It didn't last very long. And I'm back again this morning, feeling exhausted. Energy that changes us makes us exhausted. I really want you to understand, when Christ light, Christ myth, the illumination of light, the mass amount of light enters into us, because now we have surrendered immensely to the point of receiving, and this is the time of true integration, of truly becoming. And I'm not saying that it's not going to feel the same way. Through our ascension process, we are going to always hit exhaustion. We're going to have levels of high intense pain, discomfort, depression, and it can be, in the very beginning, can be extremely intense, because one, you feel like you are more alone because you're trying so much harder to understand more of it, and when you get to the later stages of truly embodying the Christ self within you, and remembering your Christ self, you understand more. It doesn't make it easier. It doesn't mean that the path is easier. It means that you have an understanding. The mind and the heart knows what is actually taking place. You're on the cusp of knowing yourself truly. But it doesn't make it easier. You see, here I am today. Emotions are coming up of just wanting to release all types of, these tears want to come up. Life is transitioning. I'm becoming more busier. There's no more, the time seems to not want to settle down now for me. And I see these all as good things. But on top of us trying our ascension process, living an earthly life on top of trying to ascend can make this path more difficult. You guys can do this. We all can do this. We have to stay centered, and we have to become united. You are not alone. It will get easier. And I want you to kind of think of it like this, and I was trying to explain that, is that when light is changing us, it's changing our blood. Our blood changes, our cells, our DNA, everything within us becomes renewed. So when the new DNA starts coming online, it's shedding those old layers of self, of blood, of DNA, of cells, of all of the junk that has been embedded within us for so long. And that is when the symptoms come online, whether it's physical pains, joints, health issues, symptoms like you are truly sick. It's going to come online, but you're becoming purified. And it's so important for you to stay within the mindset of purification, of renewal. When you get into the mindset of, I'm sick, can't, all the negative things, you end up triggering or can trigger this downward spiral again, or the negative spiral again, that takes you away from faith. It takes you away from hope. And of course, it's going to take you away from love and light. So keep going, keep going. I wanted to briefly step into something here. And I don't usually talk about my family so much, and more specifically, my granddaughter. Because, when I talk about my family or friends or loved ones, it doesn't just affect, it's not just about me. It ends up affecting people, and if certain people hear this, it can cause a discomfort within those who are not in receiving of information. But briefly, my granddaughter is highly intelligent. She is not even 3 yet, and I tell you what, she has been a huge part of my ascension process. When I laid my eyes upon my granddaughter, and she began to develop her personality, I saw this. I saw this beautiful light within her. I knew that this child was brought here for, and everybody here, of course, has a divine purpose, but I knew she was going to be highly significant, whether in my life or the lives of other individuals. She's already here at her purity, and she is going through the same things that we're going through at her young age. So she's highly intelligent. And let me just tell you this, last night, she's, like I said, not even 3 yet. Until April, she will be 3. Last night, she was wanting to go outside, and she turned back in, and she looked at this clock on the wall that we have, and she said, it's 10 minutes till 10 o'clock. Of course, this clock here needs the battery change, so it's not the actual time. But she read the clock. And that's just, small things, and that's huge for me, that she does, that tells me her intelligence. But I've been watching her a lot this past week, and we've been, drawing and doing activities. And she's been telling me to draw an X, an O, and an egg, among other little funny things. But she puts in things. She still lives her life as a little child, learning and growing and having adventures and playtime. But I see great light within her. X's. X marks the spot. X stands for Christ, of course. It stands for Chi, of course. And it is the life force energy. It is the crucifixion point. In the center of the X is God's hand. It acts as the yod. O signifies oneness, but also the earth, and also it could be the sun as well. The egg, the cosmic egg. I talk about it a lot, and I've been speaking about cracking the shell of the egg. So I have been reading into her messages that she has been guiding me towards through our playtime. 12 is the balancing of all energies within us that is going to allow the the crucifixion to begin. Christ was crucified at the age of 33, but he also was resurrected at the age of 33. That is what 12 is. You are going to become, or you have to first be in complete balance. And that comes from the 3 states of, I've been mentioning Ein Soph, and Ein Soph, or or means balance. Now I still plan on, I guess, my hope is still to plan on doing a video on the Christmas story or the illumination of Christ, but I'm going to briefly in this video explain to you 12/21. That is the winter solstice. It is, so during the winter solstice, that is going to be the darkest day. And every day afterwards, we increase by light until we make our way back into the summer solstice. Christmas signifies the birth of our Savior. This is the time frame where Jesus was within the tomb, the darkness, and where he spent 3 days and rose with the sun, S-U-N. So if we can become in balance through the 12-12 gateway, if we are truly in balance through the 12-12 gateway, you can eventually become risen. Now, I am not giving you your time frame. You know the great work that you do. You should know and understand where you are. And please keep in mind, this time frame can be very exhausting. The symbolism of the 3 days within is when the Christ oil, of course, has been crucified and has risen above the 33rd vertebrae within the back of the skull, where it can increase in its electrical flow. The sun is required of it to increase its electrical flow. But you have to have acquired, of course, the 12 lunar cycles. The 12 lunar cycles, when it has been activated, it becomes the 12 rays, of course, signifying the 12 dimensions, as well as the 12 chakras. These are also going to be the very many lessons that you have developed and learned within the tree of life. And so this is just a brief understanding again of what is currently going through December here. And you're probably feeling lots of movement, because through this time frame, again, the Shushumna Nadi, the central pillar, which is the silver cord, which is also the wick of the candle that creates the illumination, is flowing. So you can be experiencing lots of flow movement within you. And, of course, because of this flow still, we are still also experiencing the violet flame, which is working through the seat of the soul, allowing us to remember who we truly are. We are tapping into the silver and the golden gates through the winter solstice here, which, of course, takes us through the procession of the equinoxes, and Ophiuchus has assisted us in that, as well as the Orion's belt, and everything else that we have acquired, of course. So this is my video for today, and I know it is brief, but I think it gives you a bit more of understanding as to the significance of what this season is all about. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.